Good afternoon, everybody. Today we are going to learn one more characters for us is new. Actually, I put like two characters more in this characters. As I said before, when we learn more, we will see a lot like repeated elements, components there, and we can, by the way, we learn 2-3 characters here, and we are going to review some characters and put the words on our painting, in our painting today, and we are going to learn, going to review birds, bamboo. And something new is the banana tree leaves. Banana tree is one of the subject matter very good for Chinese painting for the brush stroke, calligraphy strokes. And big when you do that, to feel very comfortable, to do that really big things. And why I have the banana tree happen to be, I love it. Yeah, I have very small backyard, and there is a wall there. I do not like the brick wall there. Yeah, because a small, very small backyard. So I put the banana tree just against the wall there, and it shows like the pattern on the wall to break that. The wall shows much prettier, like some painting on my wall there. Anyway, okay, let's start from the characters. Okay, the subject matter for the characters today. We are going to put like the autumn. Meaning is they're very how do you use that? You understand the meaning, which is thick or is heavy, or what do you choose the meaning for that? Because I found in Chinese it's very positive, which means to enjoy the beautiful the real autumn color, like a yellow or some things. It's very positive, yeah. Not like it's autumn, it's cold, something is dying. Not like that. It's very enjoy the thick, the heavy, the real autumn, which means I don't know how to use the meaning for that. Thick or deep or anyway. I think once we learned
Victoria, maybe the word intense could be intense, maybe
intense, probably, but normally we use that, yeah, as the the adjective, right? For this characters. Okay, all right. What's the radical for that? We know that left hand side. 1, 2, and press this way, and then lift for the third drop, water drop. What's this radical for that? Water radical, right? Water radical. Okay. We always say, why I say the Western soup is much known than the Chinese soup, which means, Chinese soup normally like a broth, this country, like the soup stock, like a broth. And soup here is like with some thickness, right? So this case we say nong, something, to do with the water, and this part, on the right hand side, too thick, ink. This part is song. I put in the handout, right? And the upper and the low put together. This means actually agricultural or peasants or farming thing. Lifting for this hook, right? And the small slant and the much bigger press. If there is a press, especially on the end, normally like very thick, right? And kind of dominate whole things. Okay, when two parts together, just to remember, do not, put them too apart. Look at the sample today. Even they put this slant a little bit, to the bottom of the left bottom to indicate it, two parts, not the big gap in between. Otherwise, like two characters there. Okay, that's the character standard size for that. By the way, I just put that there. I don't know when we are going to use the characters for peasants or for the farming, but it's kind of interesting to let you learn. Let you know that, know it, standard characters, standard style. And for this, we got used to like a 3 water, right? 3 water, you can become, like the waterfall, put them together. The hook, do not put any emphasis on that. Just lift and to the direction of the next step, like that, right? And this part, I said, is song. Right, this is a song. And this, when it become walking or running, it's become just a quick riding. See, do not even mind, they are together, overlapped, right? Overlapped, yeah, do not mind that. That's from the master's writing. So you believe it, sometimes a little bit of smearing and on purpose to do that. If the strokes is correct and order is correct, is recognizable. I guarantee. Okay, so become just make sure each stroke you made. So do not mind to put them together, because lots of strokes here, right? You do not want totally separate them and make it how clear, make it much bigger. Same size, you will arrange this part, right? And this part, the same length. You have to, in a really like a walking, shows dynamic, some dense and some sparse. Okay, and the bottom become as also very this become very quick writing and more connected. This slant directly from the end of the horizontal. That's very common things for walking, even to the running. And then two horizontal, very connected. You do not have to do seriously this one. Just do and then vertical, and then slant connect with the not big press for faster, like dot. That's it. Yeah. Okay, so put them together. I think it's just more connected and didn't change any order. So 3 water drop become waterfall and connect to do this and this. That's the walking. Yeah, depend on the next characters. The ending dot, the sample is higher than I do, you know, that's just very depends. Doesn't matter. Okay, for the not very, not much different, depend on the writing. People do a little bit different. Some you cannot really tell the difference. Like the things we just do on the walking, it could be the running, not the very certain, I mean, form there. Okay, so for the we talk about the 3 water drop become a waterfall, right? And also, so 3 water drops together. Also, some people do one on top, and 2, you know, together, and the hook indicated connect, like that. Yes. Water, you think of together, right? Together. So the press and the lift become natural. Here press and here press at the end. It's like waterfall also possible. You know, kind of not totally broken, but some, you know, like a splash there, water drops there. Together, so 1 and 2 together. This side, the bottom a little bit different. I will let you know how to do the upper part. Same thing, very quick, and then put horizontal slant and back to the vertical things and a little bit like that. Okay, the bottom part, this one. Become very simple. Horizontal first and connect with the slant, and then back to the center, do the vertical things indicated this vertical things. And then go do some things, actually try to do the dot things, you know, so put a little bit of further to do the dot and the back lifting for next characters. Yeah. So horizontal slant back to the center to the vertical, and then connect with the dot, something like that. Yeah, and maybe difference just become become like the horizontal and the slant. You do not do that long. To emphasis more on the horizontal. So this one better. This one a little bit too long. Yeah, so this way you will, by looking, shows more emphasis on the vertical, right? Okay. And then this character for the clerical style, By the way, I think you see your homework. You did the 4 styles very clear. You got. I'm glad. Yeah, you got the meaning of. I mean, no matter which characters, but I can tell very simply do the different way. So this is carving, right? Carving. In the carving, we said on the hard surface. In Chinese, we use the word 拙. The 拙 means, I mean, you want to show the some feeling of the clump. I don't know. It's not stupid. It's clumsy. You know, because it's not very smooth. Use the brush or soft paper. It's like a stick or the carving. So you want to show the dignify. How to show the dignify? Sometimes see even looks like the wabi sabi in Japanese, not 100% perfect. You want to show some like handcrafts, or want to show some clumsy things, you know, by carving on a hard surface or stick to write on the sand. You want to show that kind of things. But yeah, put some, you know, to hold your brush tight, your fingertips. And I said, go slow. Go slow. Yeah, do not go very fast. Sweeping stroke. Do not do that, especially this style. Horizontal, a little bit of wave. See that? Up and down. You know, when I write the this style, clerical style, I sometimes, not always, do the wrong stroke order. See what I'm doing? I see on the bottom already it's wrong, but I don't know why, because I think stroke by stroke, you can put it, you know, like kids play the little matchstick to do things. You put them to squares. I mean, not like the whole dynamic in the walking style. Actually, when you carving is allowed, people think of the whole things and use the wrong order. But if you put this wrong order in the walking style, that doesn't make sense. In the connection part shows different, and different the movement shows the dynamic wrong. Okay, this is bounce back instead of lifting. And this vertical become a little bit, I think they want to show some, also some characters we say we on purposely do, E means meaning, right? We want to show some 古意, 古 means classic or ancient. New things or some original writing, like what kind of things? Thus, kind of slant and press and lift this way. And then very small slant and then press, but do not lift too soon and do not sweep too far. Just lift very slow. And shows kind of a carving on the stone, right? Not the very easy brush. Brush is later invented. Okay, I think those two strokes can be closer. because kind of in center things, I think a little bit too roomy here. Anyway, people's writing are a little bit different. The sample also does that. Okay. That's the characters for the intense, probably this case, the autumn meaning now is really intense. Mm-hmm. By the way, we learned light. I bet probably very quick can review it. What's the light? Okay, same thing. I said the Chinese soup is very light compared with the Western soup. So something to do with the water. Same thing, water. And here, what's that? Fire, right, Emily? Mike, yeah, fire and the two fires. Two fires, this two fires together. The pronunciation is dan, means light. So opposite meaning for that. Okay, the dan means okay, the two fire together means how say irritated. Okay, when if I got cold or poor my throat got irritated, painful, got reddish on that, or sometimes I got a skin rash. That's two fires together. So put water there to, sometimes the meaning are not exactly same, but kind of some basic meaning there. And this basic meaning is light. Okay, probably sometimes, say my first brew of my tea is very濃, and second I add more water. Second brew of my tea is done, and then more done. Some people talked about the taste of tea. No matter濃or dan, they are all good. So each time the brew, it's like the life, each time brew is beautiful. Yeah, the first one, a little bit bitter, a little bit tart, but good. And the second one is the best. Second one is the best. Normally people say that because it's a dry tea leaves, right? And better, and then become lighter. Some people complain, no taste, and some people enjoy it, become the whole process. Anyway, talking about the autumn today we are going to do, and also we use this word when spring, the flower start to become very colorful. You can also do spring meaning is very intense now, which means people after long winter very happy to do that. So useful. That's why I tell this. For our painting, we can do. But normally, we don't do we do not use this word for winter. Not for summer either. I don't know why. Probably people do not enjoy the extreme hot or extreme cold. We enjoy the green tree for the summer, or the cicada on the tree, probably is something like that, or the lake lotus flower, and the winter the pine tree and the snow. But do not really use this word intense, just abstract meaning for intense in the cold winter or summer. Okay, that's how much for the characters. And I'm going to review some more characters for today. We are going to do on our painting. So I give you two subject matters you can choose. Either say in the autumn things, because the autumn things with the sparrow. Lots of sparrow comes for seeking for seeds. In your backyard, on tree or on the ground, they are looking for seeds there. And so seeds. And today the banana tree, I'm going to do some not very a little bit of yellow brown things on the leaves for the autumn. So change that the reference painting from reference painting. So we do 秋意浓, autumn meaning is intense. And also we can do very famous subject matter. We do bamboo sparrow painting, very common for flower and the birds painting in Chinese subject matter. So very common things like bamboo and not the very rare birds, beautiful birds, but the birds people can see everywhere. And the way to do, it's very simple. That's why I choose the sparrow. And the people know this very common in Chinese painting, bamboo and the sparrow. So you can choose whatever. Actually, I'm going to demo the characters for two of them. The autumn characters, we just learned that, right? Probably you still can remember it. It's the radical for sprouts or just the plants, and the fire this side. Like a fire, like a flaming, right? Like two small but on the top, and two bigger the bottom. Okay, and the meaning, still remember that? Okay, the upper part is the word for standing. Interesting, huh? Center part, do not put them too far apart. It's a very flat sun, right? And at the bottom is the heart, because there is something to do. The meaning, there is something to do with the heart, right? Meaning, you give the meaning, or you feel something meaningful. Heart. And the characters we just learned today, intense. Okay. And I put the handout there, and you can choose, I mean, the date for the characters, and you can choose the either walking style or, you know, something. This is standard. You can see clear for the original strokes. And also you can check, I put the pinyin there, and also the printing style for the characters. You can see that. Okay, that's the one subject matter you can do that. And then the other one you can do is a bamboo sparrow painting, right? Bamboo is very easy, right? Bamboo. Okay, just you know, do like a 2 arrow. It's come from this, but try to make it more like a character like. Okay, so on the left one, you do it a little bit smaller, like the radical, and the right one a little bigger. You can do a hook here, and the longer, you know, make the right one a little bigger, and the walking style, you can do a little bit of hook here. So this lift a little bit shows like hook-like things this side, right? But this is the real hook this side. Okay, and the sparrow we just learned. And the painting, you remember I said it's like the painting also means, this character too also means map. Remember I said it looks like the maze. There are lots of vertical things, lots of like the square things, or on the horizontal things. So the big like circle things, like the frame things outside. And inside mouth, this part, horizontal, a little bit of slant-like, or you call it vertical, looks like the vertical. Like maze. Yeah, this is the painting or the picture, or why it looks like a maze is the map. Map also means map. We say map, we say earth, picture, earth, map. I mean, for the map, real map, we have a word for earth or ground, painting, ground, map. Put the ground on that. Okay, that's how much we reviewed the characters for that. Any questions for characters? Okay. Do. Yeah. Yes, Mike.
On the cursive style of intense or thick, the example that we got has really two really strong verticals, and so yours was different than that, and I didn't know if it was just a different style, but there's really two really strong like verticals on that one.
On the you example. Mean the right hand side on the top?
This up here.
Oh.
Yeah, right hand side top.
Not just the style. Just the style. Yeah. If you think it's allowed, it's just to become different persons, different style. It can be. Okay. Yeah, it can be bigger if you think you want. Yeah.
I just wondered. It was just different. That's all. It's
just
okay.
different, just different. And sometimes not there is nothing to. Oh, you have to do longer, otherwise can be recognized as other characters. Not that way. It's the things have to stick out from the horizontal, but how long you can arrange. You can arrange.
Thank you. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. No more questions about the characters. Good question. Yeah. To ask. Is there some things just different or things you have to do that there's a role there shows different characters you can or you cannot do some things. Remember bamboo, we need to get some waste paper to practice the stroke. For the bamboo, if you think a bamboo stalk, probably you want to lift your elbow, or you stand up for the stalk, because we talked about to use your arm. Remember, to use your to parallelly. Do not do that much on the tip of the press and the lift. You use your arm. Use your arms. How to do a triad? Section by section. Which one? Stroke by stroke. Okay, press and move your arm. Okay, go. Press, lift. Right. You can leave a little bit space here and do it again. Longer and longer. Okay. Arm. Lift. Press it again. Arm. Lift. Arm. You can go out there. And then you do, or some people even do not do some things like that. 2 dots to indicated, something like 2 dots connected, like talk to each other things. Okay, why use arm? We want to do some, if you use press and lift, you do not do that. To tip it very soon from the thick to the thin, you don't want to do that. You don't kind of the same thickness for the same bamboo, right? Okay, and for the bottom one, how to start it. You want very bottom. For the bottom one, lots of people do. I do that too. From here, upside down. The easier. You can do press and then go this way to make the bottom section. Otherwise, how do you start? How do you start? You do not start here by the bottom of your painting, right? So the bottom like that. The 2 dots. Okay, that's the stalk, and not like that. Okay, and the leaf. Remember, because the characters and because we say like three strokes, like the arrow, right? Just put a 3. Like from same, but do not exactly the same point. One group, 3 of them, but do not exactly, put like same group, same point. So 3 make it a group, or easier, one, actually the real painting, we do like the 2 strokes for the characters, like the people, right? We do 2 strokes and 2 group of those 2. Or 3 groups. You know, some things in the real painting, 2. And also other, I took my bamboo from my yard. We talked about the tip one more clear. The tip leaves. So when you do things, see, like a people, 2 strokes for the characters for people, right? And it's apart from the main things. A little bit later, we can add on this a little branch here. Those are, see, those are bigger than this part. See it? And this branch, see here at the tip, but nothing really here. And later, so you decide at the very tip, you do some things. Leave some space here, doesn't matter. You know, not exactly stick on this and from this, the leaves. See that? You know, you make the tip one first. Yeah, and you know, with a little bit overlap groups things like that, and the tip, yeah, decided the direction where the branch come from, and then smaller. Smaller here. See the big here, big at the tip, and then you know a little bit. I don't know if you can see clear. A little bit of small things. Very thin things you can add on later, you know, very thin stuff. So 2 of at the tip one, you decide first for each like a branch, and then easier to, you know, add some things small, some small dot or some very thin things here. See that? To finish it. Yeah. Okay. And the bird we just learned last time, right? Oh, right. And for the let's see, for the banana leaf, that's very easy. Side brush, right? Side brush, you do this. You know, and if 2 sides you can see actually that in the winter time, autumn time, lots of like the downward things. You can you see the big wings this way, right? Other side view of them. Other side you cannot really see, you know, sometimes, or see a little bit, then drop down, and then you can do in, or don't have to do. Yeah, some things that, and the chunk doesn't really show, and then you can do very free. Okay, and let's do the painting. I choose the longer paper. You know, for the painting, I think the painting is very long, right? And this kind of painting with bird and with the bamboo, bird needs some space because in the sky, you can do it horizontal, but I think that there's the reason for people do vertical. I mean, this way probably easier. Okay, look at, I think the banana leaves first, right? Do you think the cover, the bamboo stalk later, right? And the banana leaves, I will do some green and a little bit yellow, warm color on the right hand side. I don't know if from the picture you can see this part, but mainly let's see, green, right? And later the wing, I think the artist choose the ink. And also I can do, you know, banana leaves first. And for the tree, see here, I will do some with some yellow brown. Otherwise, how do we call it? Autumn, right? Because in my yard, yes, some like Southern California, some yellow, different from summer. Summer is totally very green. Here I'm lacking half of them. Actually, on purpose, I save it. You can change the color to, do some brown. Some green, some brown. And do some, I just use my large brush and use my ink probably later until it become drier. The stalk here doesn't use very not very dark, very light, right? Little brown. It's too dark. Always use the with the paper here to see the color. If the color is correct, it's okay. And to define the leaf vein, main vein. And some things didn't seal here, but it's a square, kind of squarish, very wide here, right? Just do some line, very 斜义, meaning right. Some wing there, not very stiff parallel. It's very big, huge things. I feel comfortable to do in 写意 painting. I think that's how much. Yeah, sometimes you do not want all the straight, some curve strokes. You just add on, doesn't have to really to do the exactly the same thing. Okay, now bamboo, and then birds, I bet, right? Okay, bamboo to do not very thick, I mean the size. Some burgundy color was as I said, actually my bamboo a little bit purple, looks very black. Okay, so bamboo. The starting, I'm going to do this one first. Okay, so this to the bottom, and then okay, cross it up here. We have the phrase in Chinese, we say, when you paint bamboo, right? 胸有成竹. The matured, the whole thing bamboo, section by section, but the whole bamboo, where it's going to go is in your mind already. And then, okay. The problem a little bit to center. Anyway, birds will do some things to cover it. Okay, and the other one to make it like the V shape a little bit and close to it, not very parallel to the each section. That doesn't matter, because my first one actually is kind of too centered. Okay, and the other one kind of crossed to make 3 of them, like we do orchid leaves, right? 3 in a group is beautiful composition. Okay, so here. Anyway, bamboo sometimes, some curve, some slant things. you can do like 2 dots or like the press and the lift for the horizontal stuff. Thick ink, I mean, darkest place here. In the painting, you want some place light, some place dark, right? So this part is darkest. Okay, that's how much for bamboo. And the bamboo leaves. It's also this painting, like this part shows lots of bamboo leaves, right? Very dark. I just use ink. Remember we said, look at the tip, 2 pieces of the bamboo first. Okay, and you here, my larger brush, some rest of the ink, you know, and the other group. Some smaller one. You know, to the different direction, right? This direction you want some as well. Yeah, look at the kind of the silhouette. Some very small things. And it's come from, you know, the root of the large branch. Same way to do. That's the real how bamboo grow. You know, some little things, little bamboo is not going to grow that big. You know, just kind of underground some things. You do not have to add the stalks very clear, you know, by adding some small things indicated it how dynamic things goes this way. Okay, I will do my birds. You can add some later if you think you want. Okay, birds. Let's see. Kind of the rouge. I also see this artist did some mistake as I do. Some the dot on the head. See the highest bird. Okay, 2 a little bit lower and the larger head, right? A little bit on the chest, and here is, I do not have time to do probably 3 of them, the head, and then wing. Tail. Other birds here lighter. Okay, and the eye need to be very dark. Normally until a little bit dry to do. And the beak. Sparrow's beak not very big. Okay, some actually lighter color for the abdomen front. I probably choose some color, umber. Oh, very smear in my paper. Very, very small dark ink for the cloud or say foot. When it's flying, it's kind of, did I do this eye? The beak? Anyway. Very dark for the, too wet. You always use the waste paper to get rid of, too much watery things. Try the color. Not dark at all. Anyway, my disposition, this should be shows a little bit of good things, right? Anyway, that's how much time I can do. Cannot with the ink there, and I will just do the characters very quick here. Where I want to do here, because the original, like that, put this here. What he put is put the light. The early morning wind. So in the wind, something like that. And I did something the brown to say some autumn things, right? No, so just put here. Autumn, meaning intense. My big brush. It's ugly. Anyway, and my name. And the name seal I will put later. Okay, you can add more like the bamboos. This part, you know, overlap. Do not leave everything very clear, very clear. Some artists, you know, they said when we learned the like the arrow for leaves and the characters, some things for the leaf arrangement, the structure. But the real thing, the bamboo tree, the bamboo stalk, you can only see one or two things like the standard we learned, and lots of things is not defined. You know, and you need to think of the mass where you want the thickness for the whole thing. Anyway, that's how much I'm going to do before the class over. Okay, and next class, you need to register again for next section. And I decided to give you the winter break before Christmas and until after New Year. So we will register still same way like we do last year for 4 times, but 2 weeks before Christmas, I think I do not want the 21st one, which is the Tuesday. So 2 weeks early December, and then 2 weeks after New Year, I think the January 4th or some things, but we register, still use the 4 times. Would that be okay? Yeah. And two times after New Year. I think it's the 4th, January 4th or something like that. It's a scheduled specific days there. And 2 more class we will do this year. And I think I want to do pine tree before Christmas, but of course is for our painting of the together with the Korean for longevity or some things, but you know, feel like things you want to pine tree before Christmas season, yeah, or around that season. And also we have a very typical saying or typical painting for 3 plants. We say 3 friends in winter: plum, bamboo, pine. Yeah, pine, bamboo, plum. The 3, because some is totally looks dry, looks died, right? And the bamboo, lots of bamboo still alive, and pine still alive, and also the plum. So we will do plum next year, early spring. We'll do it again. And also
Victoria, I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes, Emily.
I have some of these that I would like to do this year. And I just wanted to make sure they go like this, right? Not like this.
Yes, both, fine.
Oh, either one is fine?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
You can do
And
you can do this. You can do the like this square as we regularly do, and you can do diamond shaped, diamond shaped. And
Okay.
if you but we only do one thing upside down as the blessing. You know,
Okay.
blessing, because there is a word, same sound as the upside down means arrive. So they like people say, oh, the blessing is upside down, but sounds like the blessing is arrive. You know, so sounds good. People like that. But other thing is do I mean not upside down. Just the way as the character is. Yeah.
What would be some of the best characters to put on these?
On this one character?
Yeah, like one character.
And anything. You do blessing, but normally on the around the Chinese New Year, early spring, early springs. You can do what about the great. Remember that? Great. Around the Thanksgiving, you do the grateful. Easy. Heart at the bottom, remember it, because it's from heart. Heart at the bottom. And try to help you to remember. Do not write this way. Yeah. And these things like the box on the top.
Yes. Okay.
The big in center. Remember this dot is the meaningful big. Yes. Big. And seal that in the box. You know something I feel big thanks is grateful.
Great. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's very good. Around this season, you want to show some things great. Of course, you can do anything if you like. You want to do something like the I think once I did a pine tree, right? Pine tree, and also you want to do share. Thank you. Fine. Anything you want, or some things. I think one character you say like the Zan, some things, but not seasonal things. So whatever, yeah, you want to do, yeah. On the red paper, normally you do some things like thankful, right? Grateful or blessing, some things on this red square paper. And some people do peace,
Okay.
Do peace,
or joy.
Doesn't longevity get used?
Oh, longevity. That would be a good one.
I think that gets used.
What's that?
Longevity?
Yeah. Okay, and also you do peace, right? Okay, this is peace. Yeah, peace is very, very good word. And what Chinese people normally do, lots of people want me do when I go outside. Lots of people want me to do family. I don't know. And lots of people want to do respect. Anyway, you can I will give you the picture put in the classroom, so you can use it and play with it around the holiday season. And okay, you can ask in the classroom as well. I give you the printing style and the pinyin, and you can do what's the good word to check in the or some you try Google Google Translate, and if you want to make sure, you can ask in the classroom, or I will let you know. But one character, and also lots of good word, like 空 like empty, something like that, or 无 like nothing, or 某 some things how to say. But normally this character not on the holiday season on the red paper, other time on the just plain paper or other colored. On the red paper sometimes not some greetings or some like some good word, for the wish there or some things. Anyway, if you think of some meaning, you can ask in classroom. Okay.
Thank you so much.
See you next time, and you need to register again. I don't know if Henry put the link already. Probably send you later. Okay.